Hello,
True
everybody.
Darkness reporting in.
Hello, America, and hello, fellow supersonic game flickers.
Triple M reporting in here.
No, this is Triple M reporting in.
And today
Maggots.
we're doing our
Hey guys, is
video.
Steven
Dragon Knight here, and I'm not just saying about the whole issue right there.
Okay.
Hello, welcome back to.
We're talking
guys, can you
about
shut up? I
today.
can say it now, right?
Can I introduce it?
Yes.
Today we're
Alright.
talking about legendary
Eeveelutions.
Pokemon.
No, we're talking
Like
about Eevee.
Eevee and Jolteon.
We're talking about the Eeveelutions.
So,
Not Zep 2, Arctic 1, and
Molt
Molt
3.
3.
Yeah, we're talking about psychic Pokemon like Jolteon and Flareon.
Oh, you're starting to piss me off, maggots.
okay,
This is when everybody X's out of the video because these people don't know what they're talking about.
okay.
Stop scuffing my boots.
So,
They are not,
yeah.
Okay guys, as you can see by the video, which we probably can't see,
Yeah, this is about Digimon.
Okay,
it's
so
about Eevee.
anyway, we don't want to get rushed right into the Pokemon franchise, so we thought we'd have a nice detour here, talk about a very unique Pokemon who still gets some attention no matter what gen it is, Eevee.
Yeah.
Eevee is known as the Pokemon with unstable DNA.
Yep.
So Eevee is the Pokemon that has multiple evolution chains, which, well, he has the most evolution chains, in
Yep.
fact, and we get more to this day. And a lot of times, the Eeveelutions are a great way to. It's like a marketing for the new types. Like
Yes, it is.
Like in Johto, they showed off the new Dark type Pokemon.
If there's
So they had the
anything-
Dark type Umbreon with its psychic counterpart Espeon.
Yeah, Umbreon, Espeon.
And in the new Gen 6, you have the Fairy type
Sylveon.
Sylveon. Yeah, Sylveon is the
Sylveon.
sort of like a
showing off the new Fairy type.
You know,
Yeah,
Man.
Now, what is
it actually,
Eevee?
Fairy types actually
the
piss me
fox.
I was
I
trying
am the
to
only
point to Tyler for him to start.
I am the only Bickering gamer
not
that
starting
actually
that
has
yet.
an Eevee.
You dumb nut.
Yeah, Triple M named his
I thought
dog.
Eevee looked like a mix between a squirrel and a
Eevee.
fox.
It's a
I am the
fox.
only Bickering gamer that
Fox.
actually has a live Eevee.
His dog is named Eevee.
Shut
Is
up.
that
And
why
it's
you named
shiny.
your dog Eevee? We were talking
It's
about that the
white,
other
so
day.
it's technically a shiny Eevee.
How do you spell your Eevee?
Eevee
Very nice.
All right, Tyler prepared a lot more than he should have, so we're just gonna let him go on for a while.
Are you
Okay.
serious?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, just go.
You're
Tell us
good-
about Eevee.
You're good padding, so go ahead.
How do you spell Eevee?
Yeah.
Is it double E at the end or the
It's
beginning?
Double E at the
Double
beginning
E,
and double E at the
double
end.
E.
It's E-E-V-E-E.
Echo, echo.
And how does that
Victor,
make you
echo.
feel?
Huh?
How does that make you feel?
I can spell my name
Makes
really
me want to
good.
hit you with a baseball bat.
F-R-E-D, F-R-E-D. Burger.
And if you would hit me with a baseball bat, how would that make you feel?
Peanut butter and jelly time.
Satisfied.
So are you gonna tell us about Eevee or what, dude? I mean,
Yeah, tell us about Eevee.
you're
Well, according to all this information I have
That he
right
really
here.
didn't need.
Yeah, I really didn't. But
I like to give
turns out I went to
credit.
print 5 pages and 20 of them came out.
All right, well, tell us.
We should give
Basically-
credit to the pages that they're plagiarizing here.
They're not
for
plagiarizing.
We're
Bulbapedia.
not
It's from-
plagiarizing, we're just-
Plagiarizing.
It's
You're
from
reading
Bulba.
off the
It's from
page.
Bulbapedia.
Do you want them to get arrested? This is on the internet, and yes, it's from Bulbapedia. It is a information sharing website. There's- There are several Pokemon information sites which are needed nowadays.
Bulbapedia.
Bulbapedia is the best one. There's Celebi.net and Pokemon and the National Dex are 3 of the biggest websites.
Oh, so they don't need us to do this now, right? They can just go on those 3 sites.
Shut up and talk about it.
Well, basically, as Billy said earlier, Eevee has a unique biology, which is basically weak to certain kinds of radiation or elemental variances. According to Bulbapedia, there's 3 stones that he can get: Water Stone, Thunderstone, Firestone. And if the Eevee is displayed near the radiation of the 3 stones, it can either evolve into a Vaporeon, Jolteon, or a Flareon. Now
No shit.
Now is it Gen 3 or is Gen 3,
2.
right? For
There were no
Espeon?
Eeveelutions for Gen 3.
Alright. In Gen 2, when they started doing the Umbreon and the Espeon, they did it, you had to evolve at a certain level, either in the day or the night.
Which was a great way to show off the new time clock ability in that Gen 2 introduced.
Yeah, but it was still a pain behind just to get it to evolve
It was
into those
too-
two.
The problem with that idea, it was way too ahead of its time, and now everyone's Gen 2 batteries and the cartridges die. So it's becoming a big... People are making a lot of money changing those batteries.
Oh yeah.
Because it's a very delicate process. But yeah, Umbreon and Espeon...
No, it's very easy. Really, you gotta be careful.
It is, but you can scratch something and you lose your whole memory save file. You can never get it back.
Oh yeah, that's really
Hey, like, if you had that shiny starter Pokemon, say it goodbye.
Just say goodbye. It's gone.
So yeah. Well, and then there's also Leafeon, Glaceon, and Sylveon. Leafeon and Glaceon, you have to go to certain biomes. Like Leafeon, you have to go to a certain forest and you have to find a certain stone called the Mossy Stone. The Moss Rock.
And you just gotta level it up around in that loaded state area.
Yeah, and it has to be a certain level though to level up to evolve.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Ice Rock.
Right.
That's in the tundra biome.
I have it. It's in the video when it comes up. You know.
Yeah, well, you'll see.
But Sylveon's really interesting because again, they're using Eevee to market new ideas. Sylveon, you have to get a 2 heart.
You have to get 2 affection.
Yeah, 2 affection
and a fairy type move on your Eevee before it can evolve into a fairy.
In Pokemon, in the new Pokemon Me function.
Yes.
It must have at least 2 hearts of affection and know a fairy type move. So teach it metronome and just put it in Pokemon Me for a little bit.
Yeah, which actually I have a chart here
Which
somewhere.
actually makes it, other than the Kanto Pokemon, the easiest evolution to perform.
Yeah, hold on. I have a chart somewhere. Alright, so if the easiest one that you want to get it to do, it's actually Baby Doll-Eyes at level 9.
Oh, yeah.
If you just have to level
Does
up
Eevee learn that naturally now?
Yeah, level 9, it learns Baby Doll-Eyes.
So I'm guessing you want to breed an Eevee.
Basically, once you...
Yeah, because there's no way you can find a level 9, anything under a level 9 Eevee in...
you're going to want to breed it, but they actually may come with Baby Doll-Eyes.
Probably. The thing is with Eevee is they're always rare encounters in a later part of the game. So they're going to be pretty high leveled. Like at least 12 or 15 is where they're normally put in not the end of the game, but not the middle of the game, a little before the middle of the game. That's where they're put.
Yeah, but if you don't feel like going all the way, you don't feel like breeding your Eevee, just wait till it's level 29. It's going to learn Charm. That is a new fairy type move.
Charm is now a fairy type move, yes.
They did all that. They changed a lot of the move types. I'm actually glad they made Clefairy a fairy type.
Yeah, they were stupid if they didn't.
I know, really? It has fairy in its goddamn name.
Yep.
Well, that's what it's meant to be.
It's supposed to be a fairy, but they didn't get the chance to put a fairy
Well,
type
the Mount Moon story was trying to make it that they're from space, but the whole Arceus thing kind of threw that out the window.
Oh, yeah.
But,
That was... I don't know why they did that, though. They made a god Pokemon.
Why not?
Wait, a what? A god
Arceus
Pokemon?
is the creator of all life in the Pokemon universe.
Oh, great.
But he comes later?
Arceus can be any type.
How does he come later then if he's the creator?
No,
of it?
it's the first. He's the oldest Pokemon in existence. Then he made Mew, and Mew is the first evolutionary chain in mortal Pokemon. Arceus is the only god Pokemon. The legendaries are legendaries because they achieved god status in the Pokemon universe. Like Suicune, the cat legendary, Suicune, Entei,
They look like
and... I know, but they're cats. I hate it too. But they are actually theorized to come from an Eevee, a Flareon, and a Vaporeon got stuck in the burning tower as it was being destroyed.
Wouldn't it be a Jolteon, a Flareon, and a...
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, Jolteon, Flareon, and
Vaporeon.
And it makes sense because they both have the same stats, their shinies are the same colors, and they have the same types.
Yeah.
That's the
They just made him bigger and more badass.
Oh, what is the origin of the name Eevee?
I don't know.
It doesn't say.
Evolution, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they meant it to
original
say,
is
like,
evolution.
Eeveelution. I thought that was clever, too. I always noticed that.
Eevee. It means Eevee. That's how you say it in Japanese.
I actually have it here somewhere.
Yeah, it's just a way of saying evolution, because
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah, that's what I always thought. Eeveelution.
Eevee training is very popular.
Evolution, not Eevee.
Yeah,
Eeveelution, though. It sounds like evolution.
Yeah.
Eevee training is very popular. I myself don't do it that much. I mean, I do it once in a while, but I'm going to do it in Gen 6 because make it very easy in Gen 6. But, yeah, Eeveelution is a very big thing that a lot of people love to do. They'll breed a lot of Eevees, and they'll do their best to get every kind of Eevee.
Wow, they actually
Leave me behind.
call it Evoli in French and German.
Yeah.
And in Korean, Eevee.
We're talking about Japanese.
Well,
Japanese is Eevee.
Eevee,
Yeah. Yeah.
which actually means evolve in Japanese.
Because
Which comes from Latin.
Eevee is in Gen 1.
Which
Even
comes from Latin. What the hell is wrong?
well,
Oh, then so
Everything
technically,
comes from Latin.
well, ever since
so technically, it's just coincidence that EV sounds like evolution to us. Then
no, it's not a coincidence.
No, it's not.
In Poke,
They do this purposely.
every Pokedex entry.
Just like Charmander sounds like Salamander.
yeah.
A char.
I never thought Charmander sounded like Salamander.
Well, Charmander's
Well,
supposed to be
yeah.
a charred salamander,
Yeah.
a fire salamander, a fire lizard.
Yeah, and well, Eevee in every
Squirtle,
Pokedex
water
entry
turtle.
is called the evolution Pokemon.
Bulbasaur.
That's its nickname.
Grass dinosaur.
No, when you say Bulbasaur, you have to go Bulbasaur.
Balba.
Bulbasaur.
Eevee.
But yeah,
Is there any Pokemon that doesn't talk?
no, they all make sounds.
Except for Mewtwo, if he didn't use his telekinetic
No,
powers.
a lot of psychic type Pokemon.
But he
can
doesn't
talk
say his
to you
name over and over
telepathically.
again. He's like the
No,
only
he
one.
does.
I'm saying Mewtwo doesn't
No, he doesn't.
usually have a
That's
sound.
only in the anime. Only in the anime they make the Pokemon say their name. Pokemon actually have, if you listen, especially if you listen to the Pokedex entries, they have their own growl that sounds like an animal's growl. They all have their unique call. Of course, they do repeat some of them. I noticed that.
Oh yeah, they repeated a
They
lot.
repeated a lot of them.
But they
They
just
really
like
did.
change the pitch on it.
Yeah, they would change pitch on some stuff.
But going back to well, hold on, guys. We're actually gonna start talking about Eevee.
Now we got like 30 seconds. Yeah, you can keep going.
30 seconds, just go.
About
About their things.
in 3,
Yeah.
2.
No,
One.
not yet. We still have another cutscene.
No, we still, well, no. Well,
Oh my god, just go!
You have time. You could say something.
I
Well,
could
here's
say
the-
something. I forgot what I was gonna say.
You do this.
stop reading from a teleprompter.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. What were you saying?
Are we still recording?
That the teleprompter is broken.
Dark type and Psychic type in Pokemon Black 2.
Now we're out of time.
Hey guys, it's True Darkness 100 here, and we're actually all doing our own individual areas, and I'm talking about Eevee. By the way, Military Man has a shiny one at his house.
Yes, I do.
It's a dog.
Real.
Because the
I have a
shiny
real-
ones are silver.
I have a real Eevee.
Touche.
I have a real living Eevee.
It's
True
true.
Darkness
Here.
in.
I know.
True Darkness reporting in.
Just
Stop
Oh,
with that. I have to talk about Eevee.
Let's
Alright,
talk.
now the origins of Eevee is that basically Eevee shares a trait with the foxes. By the way, this is coming right off Bulbapedia. So I don't get in trouble. He was married.
You won't get in.
Eevee shares traits with foxes,
You're
more
welcome.
specifically the fennec fox, dogs, and cats. It is possibly based on the folklore of a tanuki. A tanuki is basically a myth.
Mythological.
No, mischievous. It's basically like a mischievous fox.
It's not mythological. Tunukis are real.
They are,
Yeah, Tunukis are real animals.
according to he has a tanuki suit.
It's
Not dying.
Well, continue.
Anyway, so
Well, what do you find interesting about the Pokemon? What do you like about it?
I was getting to that, but I keep getting interruptions. Triple M.
Just go, man. You got 30 seconds left.
I have 30 seconds left. Time to bullshit my way through this.
Yeah, there you go. That's a Bickering gamer's way.
Basically, the first appearance in first Eevee's appearance in the anime was with the battling Eevee brothers. Basically, you remember that
Yeah,
when the
that's a
little
good
kid
one.
was trying to hide his Eevee, so he didn't have to evolve it into either Flareon, Vaporeon, or Jolteon.
Back then we had 3 choices.
Yeah,
now you have
yeah.
3 times the amount.
Now we have literally 3 times the amount. We have 9 total Eevees.
And we're going to talk about each one.
Yeah, in just a little bit. And here comes up the next one.
Eevee had to learn the power that was inside.
Oh. Come on, Rosemary Calvino.
Hello.
Hold on.
So I'm gonna do Flareon. Flareon is obviously a fire Pokemon who came from Eevee with the Fire Stone. He's adorable.
Remind
He's
you
a little
of the-
fatter than Jolteon. He's like 3 more pounds, I think. And the thing on his collar actually can like store, will cool him down.
Cool.
which is pretty cool.
That is
And
actually
he also has this thing called a inhaled air in his sack, which to most people could basically what it does is it basically holds all the fire in it. Like if you ever wonder where the fire came from, it's pretty cool.
It's a very
And
common
mostly,
thing for fire types.
You really never find
Eternal flame sack.
a Flareon in the wilderness or anything. You usually find them in populated areas.
Well, a lot of us hold fire in our sacks.
Well, a lot of Kanto start a lot of the Kanto Eeveelutions.
So anyone can relate to Flareon.
The Kanto Eeveelutions are usually very populated because you need to buy evolution stones to evolve them, and wild Pokemon typically don't find evolution stones on their own. So that's why Eevees, when you find them in the wild, will always be their own. Because the thing with Eevee is they require other people to evolve them. They can't do it on their own. That's why you'll always find Eevees in the wild. Remember, they're evolved forms.
Well, technically, they can do it with Espeon, Umbreon, Glaciale, and Leafeon.
Yep.
Well, no. Well, no, because they need a trainer to level them up. Because remember, leveling up with the trainer is different than leveling up in the wild.
Well, that's all the time for Flareon.
Well. Anyway.
On to the
As I
next.
digress.
On to the next one.
Big average.
Mad military in.
Don't you dare!
Alright, I'm back. I know
Shut up,
you're
shiny
all
Jolteon.
happy because I'm back.
No.
Oh, okay, I'll go.
Just speak.
Okay, so Jolteon, he's one of my favorites. He actually is my favorite. He's adorable.
Mikey, she's fast.
And yeah, his name actually means in Japanese thunders, which is ironic because he's a thunder Pokemon, which I know would be hard to grasp because he looks like he's a fire Pokemon.
Don't you dare!
Don't you mean a gold type?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Billy, you asked me to do this, so shut up. And
Hell, you brought the hell that you rapped.
so basically, if you look at the anatomy of Jolteon, you can see that the spikes on him, even when he's
Sleeping.
most prior to become angry easily, and when he's angry, his spikes come up, which I believe can initiate the shock sequence of thunder more efficiently. Shut up.
Quite.
I'm sorry, but I'm a classic teenager right now.
And shut up. You made me forget what I was gonna say.
You said something about spikes growing.
Yeah, and it becomes really needle-like.
Needle-like.
Yes.
Needle? Needle?
And
Oh,
I think that allows him also to make the shock sequence of the thunder more efficient.
Well, its needles
And,
its needles produce static electricity, which is why its most common ability is static.
Yes. I'm
Static.
the one doing the presentation on Jolteon here.
Yeah, you're doing a great job with gold type Pokemon.
So anyway,
This is why you're still on the guest list in the credits, by the way.
I'm on the guest list in the credits because I don't have a YouTube account.
I know. I'm just trying to make fun of you.
So anyway,
Call 911. It's abuse.
so anyway,
Oh, right
also, one of his hidden...
Next Eevee.
Nah.
So, Shell Dragon 90 here. I'll be talking about the water type evolution of Eevee, Bickering. As you guys know, its name means water jet, and its two abilities is water sword or hydration. Out of all the Eevee evolutions, it learns its ice attack pretty early, around level 17. So if you evolve Eevee from at level 15, you can learn the ice type Power Beam, and then you get Aqua Wing and Water Pulse, which is pretty useful. Pretty much looks like a hybrid of and I just lost my train of thought. How
A
nice.
fish and a fox.
Yeah.
So a fish screwed a fox, and
It looks like a
Vaporeon.
fish.
No, the fox screwed a
somehow,
fish.
But
Who came first, the
Looks
fish
pretty
or
cool.
the fox?
Is it safe to say it is a merfox?
Let Jimmy speak.
probably if you depends completely on what your idea of it is.
Looks like a dolphin that grew legs and ears.
So Vaporeon is the Aquaman for Eevee.
Sort of. Yeah.
So,
Well, actually,
yeah, you could say it like that.
Actually, a lot of people prefer. A lot of people in the Kanto Eeveelutions, they actually like. A lot of people choose Vaporeon over the others.
Well, a lot of people are wrong.
Oh yeah,
Vaporeon
Vaporeon was my favorite
Fire
back
in
then.
this game, the crystal version, the first one we usually get is the Water Stone.
Yeah.
So if you want to evolve the Eevee, you usually go for Vaporeon because it's you can learn its water is actually early levels, on really early levels, and a lot of people sometimes even have started with a grass type or a fire type, and they just couldn't catch any sort of water type. They went for a Vaporeon to even out the team in a way.
Also, it can learn
And
surf.
you can learn surf, so it's very useful. And my time is up.
Well, America and Supersonic Game Flickers, this is Triple M reporting in here.
Ugh.
This time I'm going to be talking about Umbreon. Now, Umbreon is also known as what we call the Moonlight Pokemon. Now, he evolves from Eevee when it has gained a complete trust of its trainer at night. Now, Umbreon, that's why it's called the Moonlight Pokemon, obviously. Now, it's also based on Japanese mythology. It was based on something called the Moon Rabbit. I see a lot of night references here. Now,
You're talking about the rabbit that makes rice cakes?
Yeah. Well,
What does Umbreon mean?
Umbreon is actually, unlike its predecessing canine-type evolutions, it's more of a cat-like feline. Now, it comes with a pair of crimson cat-like eyes and yellow bands on its ears and tail, obviously. But
Which are blue in its shiny form.
now, the Umbreon can spray a poisonous sweat whenever it gets agitated, and it's also very, very durable. It has long endurance. Now, and Eevee also evolves into Umbreon, not just like when it trusts its trainer at night, but with that high level of friendship, but it can level up during the night, and that's what leads it to evolve into Umbreon. Now, people don't know where they get the name Umbreon. Well, Umbreon gets its name from the word umbra, which is the darkest part of an eclipse, which was derived from the Latin word umbral, which means shadow. So, shadow, night, moonlight.
Shadow Draco 90.
You're drinking into that. Well, that's actually how Umbreon, got its name. And Umbreon is also found in dark areas such as thick forests and everything, but they're usually in the care of people. So it's not like the total wild Pokemon.
Encounter.
Yeah.
Well, again, Eevees need assistance from trainers in order to evolve, so
Yes.
you don't see them rarely, and you'll
But
never see them in wild,
Umbreons, Espeons,
unless they were abandoned.
Glaceons, and Vaporeons can technically evolve by themselves if they had enough
Not
time.
really. I'll explain why when I get to that.
Yeah.
I said they had enough time.
And now we move on to Espeon, my favorite. Now,
Mine
Espeon,
too.
or in Japanese called Eevee, is evolved from Eevee, obviously, and it's also one of the cat-like forms of the feline version of Eevee. Now, it's lavender-colored and everything, you all know that, and it first made its appearance along with Umbreon in Pokemon Gold and Silver. Espeon is actually a psychic-type Pokemon. Now, it's said to resemble the Japanese mythological creature known as the Nekomata, which displays like the feline type of body with the eyes and everything. The Espeon's fur is actually really sensitive, and it's used to sense air currents, allowing it to predict the weather as well as the actions of its opponents in battle. That's why it's such a good psychic type. It's also said to be able to predict the certain bad situations to protect their trainers.
Emphasis on the move future sight.
Yeah.
I believe this is a monologue
Now,
from Tyler.
Espeon is able to see
Calvano.
his precognitive abilities just to protect his
Later.
trainers from everything. That's actually where Espeon gets its name, ESP, which means extrasensory perception. It's able to it's actually able to predict what's going to happen before it happens. That's why it's one of the best psychic typings. That is why it's one of my favorite Eeveelutions. Actually, it is my favorite Eeveelution.
Is it
When
more
did it
psychic
take
than
Billy Gates
Mewtwo?
right
It's a lot of people's favorites, including mine. Plus,
Mine
no
too.
one ever references this, but the little red dot on its head is a meditation
Yes,
gem.
it is. Yes, it is.
In meditation, it's popular to put gems on their head to represent their chakras.
Is that what Indians do?
No, that's different. But
That's the target.
that's the.
Also,
I'm joking,
Espeon
I'm joking,
is the day version of Umbreon. It evolves during the day, like when you get a high
Happiness.
friendship level.
Yeah. Next Eevee.
So no, wait, I have a question.
I said no.
Get ready to hear Billy talk for 4 minutes straight. I hope your ears don't
We only
bleed.
have two.
You gotta do 2 for each.
All right, continue.
So this is Glaceon.
Oh,
Glaceon, since Gen 3 was a gap for
Stop the video now.
Eeveelutions. Okay, go home. Gen 3 was a gap for
No, you
Eeveelutions,
serious? Go
which by the rule book, there really didn't have to be an Eeveelution in every gen. But since Gen 4 and Gen Gen 5 skipped it too. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, it's basically Eeveelutions come in whenever they need to. Whenever there's a new part of the game, they have to show off that can be supported by showing off the Pokemon.
Basically, it's a highlighter.
Yeah.
It's a stretcher.
Gen 4 Eeveelutions are big on evolving in environments rather than times or using stones. In Gen 4 specifically, if you go to the Icy Rock in Twist Mountain, that's where Glaceon evolves. Glaceon is a pretty typical ice type. It's very good. It has very good special attack and defense, which is kind of mixed up. Ice types are very unpopular. A lot of time you'll find that Game Freak and Creatures Inc. don't really design a lot of ice types in every gen. So it was really interesting to have an ice type Eevee.
Really? But they look really awesome, though, the ice types.
Yeah, it has a very nice design. Glaceon is supposed to be like a leopard, if I'm not mistaken.
Ice
Snow leopard?
Yes, well, yeah, obviously a snow, but it has more of a
Arctic fox ears.
Arctic fox, yeah.
Arctic fox.
The Glaceon is a very rare Pokemon to come across. It's always its counterpart Leafeon, but our friend Shadow Drac will take care of that because there are only certain environments in which they can evolve. But
I actually thought that the original way to evolve with Glaceon is to get lucky with the Water Stone.
that's what everyone thought. There were just rumors that flew around before the Gen 4 came out. So you remember Sylveon with all the type arguments?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I thought it was originally a flying type.
But yeah, that's.
So I'm back, and this time I'll be talking about Leafeon. As Egan had mentioned in Gen 4, Leafeon and Glaceon are new evolutions to the Eevee line, and instead of using stones or happiness to evolve them for day or night, they require the environment, or in Leafeon's case, you need the Moss Stone. I believe it's in a Turner Forest where you find the old Chatel.
Well, in Gen 4, it's supposed to level up in Pinwheel Forest by Moss.
Forest?
Yeah, by Moss.
Wait. Isn't that Gen 5?
That might be Gen 5. I got this. I got that information.
Pinwheel Forest looks from black and white.
It just has to have moss.
Yeah, it's basically called a Moss Rock or Moss Stone. That's where you gotta level your Eevee to get to evolve the Leafeon. All Eeveelutions, Leafeon's got the most weaknesses. You got Ice, Fire, Flying, and Bug, plus Poison. So it's basically, a lot of people say that it's not popular with most people because you gotta do a lot of training with it.
But its stats really do make up for it.
Yeah, it does. What else? I think it's like the only Eevee that's mostly similar to a plant to its design, and its cellular structure, as mentioned on Wikipedia. It's similar to plants, and it can perform photosynthesis, along with purify the air around it by other patches of sunshine. And it's also a pacifist when it comes to fighting for a fight. But what I really like about design is that they really came up with pretty much an original. They made it look like a sort of a fox with just like leaves with a tail and ears. I don't know. My time's up.
Okay, so finally we have Sylveon, the latest Gen 6 Eevee type. Eeveelution, which was really cool because it markets something new in a Pokemon game very well. This Pokemon can be evolved in the new Pokemon Me function, where Pokemon will be taken into this little area where you can pet them, feed them puffins, and play mini games with them in order to raise their affection and trust for their trainer. Basically, it's a friendship machine, which Pokemon needed since Gen 4. Pokemon, how it works is it's kind of it's not very complicated. In fact, I think it's other than the Kanto Eeveelutions, which need a stone. I think this is the easiest one to evolve. The Eevee must know a Fairy type move, and you have to have at least 2 hearts of affection in Pokemon Me in order for it to evolve. Sylveon, I really don't understand its English name, but Nymphia is its Japanese name, referring to the nymphs, which is based on its design. It's very It's very
Aphrodisiac.
yeah. It's supposed to be very attractive. It's supposed to capture your eyes and thoughts. Which a big part of the fairy type, as we've seen so far, is putting a spell on other Pokemon, namely
Put a
dragons.
spell on you.
Because in Japanese lore, magic defeats dragons. There's no question about it. Nymphia's design is a typical fairy type design now that as we know right now. It has the pink color to it. It is based.
ribbons.
It's basically a fox, but it's based on a nymph,
No pun intended.
right?
Basically a fox. No pun
It's
intended.
just funny how they made Sylveon look so feminine, and the Eevee species, there's 87.5% of the species are male.
Yeah, I
And
saw
then
that
you got
too.
the 12.5% that are female.
Yeah.
It's really but Eevees Eevees are
Well, maybe
rare Pokemon.
Very
Japan's
rare.
focus on gender is different. Fuck it.
Well, now that's in the recording. Thank you.
Fuck it.
All right, Triple M reporting out.
Yes. Goodbye, everyone.
Well,
Eve-
okay, Michelle Dragonite, I am out.
Yeah, just fuck this shit. Let's go.
See you
I'm
guys.
hungry.
Yeah.
You're hungry. You just ate 10 fries.
10 large fries.
Yeah,
Doesn't help your case.
you have to be more specific than that.
Gotta be more specific than that.
And this is why people laugh.
Bye, Triple Emmers.
Dog, baby Gabbard.